to a place where you would fly with no wings, and the angel would sing this song. Let me carry your love, yeah. Steady by your side. No more famous, where you at? I'm right here. Yeah, man. I feel your pain, I see your tears of truth tonight. Oh, open up your heart and let me in, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm standing at the door of your soul, yeah. Let me take you to a place where you would fly with no wings, and the angel would sing this song. Let me carry your love, yeah. Let me carry your love, yeah. Let me be your sunshine through your light. Let me be your right time when you were wrong. Oh, yeah. I know you think it's far away. Hold on, it won't be long. It will be long. I see kiss on me. I promise to never leave you. I will hold your hands on through the night. I'll be a better man when you can sleep. I'll take you to a place where you will fly with no wings, and the angels sing this song. Let me carry your love. Let me carry your love. Sunshine through your light, to be right there when you were wrong. Oh, yeah. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. In the end, I'm your TP. I'm the beach, you're the bikini. The remote control, you're the TV. DVD player, I'm the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gonna bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old? Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Angel face with angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it mind you left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl, it's not an accident. So if you give me your heart, I promise I will represent. You're my pieces, I'm your puzzle. You're my rain, I'm your puddles. You're my teddy bear like Snuggles. If it's team us, let's huddle. We can be strength in life struggles. You're my red nose with no muzzle. I can be the product, you can be the dollars. Girl, let's orchestrate this hustle. Oh, yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. I am friends, you would be the destination. If I were an employer, would you choose my occupation? I must be a shovel, cause I'm digging you penetration. Girl, your love's got a hold on me like procrastination. If I were your telescope, you'd be my shining star. Beautiful was a crime, I'm arresting you like the law. My love is your parking garage, girl, come and park your heart. If I'ma slide on the playground, would you slide down my sliding board?
Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. I won't leave your side. Don't sleep, don't sleep.
Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, nonprofits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas.
Don't sleep, don't sleep.
When you talk durable, environmental friendly, and an all-weather surface smoothener, the only name that comes to mind is Ziz Quality Paints. Ziz Quality Paints come in all color and is produced in the USA. You don't have to worry anymore, because with Ziz Quality Paints, you can change from oil to water-based paint with no damage to your wall or surface. And also, Ziz Paint doesn't peel your wall. The good news is we can customize your paint based on your preference. Locate our offices in Police Academy Junction, RRA Highway, and our newly opened branch at LMC Junction, St. Paul Bridge, Bourgeois Island. For the first of its kind in Liberia, Ziz Quality Group of Companies Incorporated introduces the Painter Referral Cash Commission. Professional painters can earn referral cash commission ranging from $5 United States dollars to $375 United States dollars when your client buy minimum total sale value greater than or equal to $200 United States dollars per transaction. This offer runs from September 5th, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. Interested professional painters can contact any of our Ziz Quality Paint store locations. This is our way of appreciating our valued professional painters for their support and continuous commitment to doing business with us. The qualification is just simple. You must be a professional painter. Referral cash commission is based on per transaction and not on accumulated purchases. For more information, call phone numbers 0777 366 142 or 0555-386-177. Ziz Quality Paints, give your property a shine. Made with ginger, coconut water, natural juice flavor, vitamins and minerals is Moni Power Drink. Moni Power Drink helps reduce high blood pressure, get rid of toxins, help improve children and adult memory. It also helps the body fight effects of excess sugar. Moni Power Drink has no added sugar, no artificial flavors, and all natural ingredients. It is a healthy drink for just everybody. It has 4 natural juice flavors: pineapple, mango, strawberry, and turmeric. For wholesale or retail purchase, visit major supermarkets across Monrovia and its environs. If you are outside Monrovia, you can do your purchase at Kakata Supermarket and Ataro Business Center in Ganta. You can also visit our store on the Old Road, right next to the American School. For more information, call us on 0770 307 572 or 0776 580 730. Muncie Power Drink, not just your regular energy drink.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that Sendwave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download Sendwave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. Sendwave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to the program. Today is the first day of February 2023, the very first day of the second month in the year 2023. We're glad to be here. We hope you're all doing good, and it's a pleasure. Okay, what's up?
Yeah, good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. It's good to be here. Nothing much this morning. Yep. So I don't know what's from your end.
Well, of course, we have things to talk about. Did you hear about the sudden death of the president of the Yana Boys Association, Prince Cully?
Yep, Yana one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know him personally?
Yeah, I knew him.
Yeah, I knew Prince Cully. We received the news with a very heavy heart a few days ago. I believe it was on Saturday. The story is that he was struck down by a moving vehicle, and the driver did not stop. He just continued onwards, and it's very alarming. We've heard all kinds of stories. Some people say he had been approached by Jefferson Koji, and Koji wanted him to mobilize his men for their February 4th event. And of course, we cannot independently verify these accounts that we've heard. But, you know, the Prince Cully was a very interesting gentleman. He carried himself very respectably. He appeared, he used to like to dress. I mean, one of the first things you would notice about him if you met him is that he always tried to look good. And he knew everyone, and everyone knew him. He was not the kind of person you would meet and forget that you met him. He was very colorful. He was interesting. He talked a lot. And he knew how to placate people. He was a smooth talker in his own way. And I mean, I hadn't seen him in a long time. And when I heard the news, and when the news was received by JNB, it was on Sunday morning, I believe. We were on our way to church. And JNB is deeply, deeply saddened by his death. Of course, his office has put out a statement. You know, JNB spoke with him a few days prior to his departure for the United States, and to receive the news that this healthy, colorful, interesting young man had just suddenly died. Something that is that hit us all very hard, you know, and so the story goes, one of the accounts that we've heard, that the CDC folks through Jefferson Koji had approached Prince Collie and offered Prince Collie some money to mobilize people to take to their headquarters for their so-called renomination ceremony, or the nomination ceremony of George Weah. That's what we heard, which is happening on February the 4th. Now, according to what we're told, now as I said earlier, I cannot independently verify, or I cannot say for a fact that this is indeed true. I have not verified this, but it is worth mentioning. We're told that Prince Collie accepted some money from Jefferson Koji to mobilize people, his men, because Prince Collie was very popular among his people. I mean, he was the president of the Yana Boys Association for as long as I've heard about the Yana Boy Association. Prince Collie was their president. So they say he received some money from Jefferson Koji on the promise that he would mobilize people for their February 4th event. You know how the CDC people are very desperate, and they're going all over the place, dishing money out and giving T-shirts and all kinds of perks and paraphernalia to try to encourage people to come out to attend their program on Saturday the 4th. According to what we heard, this story, that Prince received the money, and he then did not do what he promised he was going to do. Okay. He didn't seem like he was doing their mobilization. And we're told that Jefferson Koji was not happy at all. He felt that Prince Collie had duped him, had collected his money, and was not honoring the promise that Prince Collie, had made to help mobilize his men, for the February 4th event. That is what one of the stories that we've heard. So that moving vehicle that struck him to death and continued onwards, we're told that it was not an accident, that it was an assassination, that it was a murder planned and orchestrated by people who were not happy with him because he had received their money on the promise that he would mobilize people, and he did not do that. Okay, that is one story that we've heard. Huh?
And I also got an information that he appeared on a local radio station a few days to his death, and and after appearing on that local radio station,
Mm-hmm.
it was just 2 days we heard the news about his death. So, uh, and this thing about collecting money from Koji and not doing your job is something like, if you don't want to work with him, don't take his money.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you receive money from Koji, my brother or sister, I beg you, go ahead and do what you took that money for, or
Mm-hmm.
else they will come after you. I have
Why?
when the
Go
yeah
ahead, Baka. I would like to make a point.
uh in a corridor, when the children are called, I said the CDC COP took the money from Koji. Some of them decided to run away. They never wanted to go to the CDC party HQ for that press conference that day, but they were
Mm-hmm.
chased after, collected, placed in a hotel up until the time for the press conference, before they put them in vehicle and carry them to the party HQ and have that press conference by fire, by force. So it's not something strange to me if that news is coming up that he took money from Koji, and Koji, it is alleged that Koji went after him. So it's not something strange to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, but go ahead, Baka.
So the news is not something strange to me, but we still looking at it. If there will be an investigation, but have there been any outcome from any investigation in Liberia here? Nope, there haven't been any positive outcome. They'll just say, "Oh, we are investigating this," and there will be no outcome. So the way now they are targeting their people is by hitting them and killing them instantly. Who know how it happened, how his death happened? A sound-minded man like Prince would just be standing somewhere that a vehicle just come and hit. It's not something that we can just say it like that, but something is under that. Something must be under it, Costa.
Mm-hmm.
And we that in the media, we that our ears and our eyes are on the ground, we know what's happening. We know what's
Yeah.
happening. We are not saying Koji did it, but we've been hearing in the air that he took money from Koji, and Koji is someone that you just can't take money from. Nope. Once he take his money, do what you took the money for. You just have to do it. So if he knew that he never wanted to do what he took the money for, he, that man shouldn't have taken that money from the start.
I I I agree completely with you. He shouldn't have done that. It should have, if that is the case. But Waka, as we've said, we do not know for a fact that this is the case. But what we do know is that he was killed in a somewhat very, very concerned. I mean, it's very strange, and we're very concerned. We're very concerned about it. We're very concerned about it, and it is very unfortunate that this happened the way it did. Um, so we want to take this time to offer our condolences to the bereaved family, and we want to say that Prince Cully was a very uh, colorful and interesting gentleman. He was a friend of all of us. I mean, he was our friend. And it saddens our hearts to hear that he was killed in that manner. He was not sick. He was not in a hospital. And Buckeye, what I do know is that I cannot put anything past Jefferson Koji. You and I know that very, very well. And Buckeye, you did make a good point. Those of you who do not want to do business, if you don't just eat these people's money. The devil does not offer free gifts. If you do not intend to do the devil's work, do not accept the devil's gifts. These people are desperate. They are wicked. They have lots of people have been murdered under all kinds of strange circumstances. Stay away from them. If you do not intend to do what they want you to do not take their money. Do not accept their gifts, because they might come after you. And Jefferson Koji is a terrible boy. He's a very terrible human being. I send you a clip, Wakai. The budget is being discussed as we speak. The budget is before the legislature, and you fellow Liberians, some of you may have followed. Senator Darius Delon shared this with me, and we've been so busy with so many other things and distracted. But we've heard, we know that the budget is being debated before the legislature, and in the Senate. Senator Delon was on the Senate floor, very, very disappointed about how the issue, the very critically important issue of the national budget, was being discussed in such a frivolous manner, as if to say it's some kind of joke. And so he posted that just to draw the public's attention to it. And Bwaga is going to play a little bit of that this morning for us. And you hear how colleagues, senators, are discussing the budget as if to say it's some kind of joke. I mean, it's sickening. So Bwagai will play some of that for us this morning. Bwagai, please play some of that.
That's the reason I asked us to discuss it, to have the solution. We are in session, and there's budget hearing going on. Exactly, you don't know, but there's budget hearing going on. Where? It's a joint hearing. Joint hearing. We know about it. If a joint hearing, 1 minute. In a joint hearing, there should be 15 senators on a year at a hearing. Yes. Are we 15? Never of the committee of budget, then you know that they have.
So now, Senator Abraham Darius Dillon is telling his colleagues that the budget hearing is ongoing. And even the other senators, don't know where the budget hearing is going on, because it should be a joint budget hearing. 15 senators, 15 representatives. But now Senator Dillon is telling his colleagues that there's a budget hearing ongoing. But even his colleagues don't know where it's happening. So they are asking him where it's going on. They will not know about it. So can you imagine something like that happening in our country? Let's continue with the clip this morning.
Can I proceed? Thank you. I raise the issue because this budget is not because it's political year, but it's crucial. It's crucial for plenty reasons. We want to start to develop a new concept and way of doing budget hearing and accepting the budget and appropriating. And it will not set the basis. Few senators will not hold budget hearing the hour and bring in and say they finish doing the budget for 2 years and they or 4 hours. It won't happen. It should not happen. It should not be allowed to happen. So, Protem, please let's enforce with the committee for the Senate to hold a hearing that we did last year.
No, we haven't done hearing.
We haven't done hearing?
Yeah.
Then when they finish, they bring it and we vote on it? Or the Senate will?
No, John hearing, I'm not John hearing, the procedure will be reports.
So, Senator, can I floor? Senator, can I floor? 15 senators are not on the budget committee.
We should have had a protest on the floor. Let me help you out now, committee. Thank you, sir, for flagging us. Well, we are on the budget committee, and before we can even start to talk about the budget, we have our in-house meeting, and the Senate should agree to a joint hearing before.
So now, Senator Nyomli Kanga Lawrence is part of the budget committee, and those that are even part of the budget committee, they don't know that there is a budget hearing going on. So she's now saying before they have a joint budget hearing, the Senate Committee on Budget should have a meeting. They should come together to discuss on how they are going to go about the process. But if those or the senators that are on the budget committee are not aware that there is a budget hearing ongoing, my people, we are in a big mess. Let's continue with the clip right here this morning. Keep listening because it's something serious. We are heading to elections, and the budget that we should depend on to take us to the election is what they are discussing in secret. They are discussing this budget in secret. So, few months from now, what next for us? Even if those that are in opposition, if they just sit there and allow the government to ride on them and come up with anything that they come up with, it will not be good for the upcoming elections. It will not be good. So now they should stand up for the people. They should represent us. They should represent us. So let's continue. Let's listen to Senator Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence, what she said. That let's continue with this clip.
So we are not aware. We are not aware. We are not seeing performance. We are not seeing performance reports. We are not looking at those documents that are needed to inform us about the debate and how to handle the revenue aspect. None of that. Yeah, so I have to take action against that. I said, somebody can't be our budget chair and take the natural decision. Yeah, so I will confirm with the rest of the committee members. We're not continue to do that.
So even the budget, those that are on the committee on budget, they are not aware of a budget hearing ongoing.
Can you imagine? Yes. That's Senator Nyomli Kanga Lawrence speaking. Senator Nyomli Kanga Lawrence is not a floor member of the Senate. She is the chair on rules, order, and administration. If I'm not mistaken, it is the third most powerful committee in the Senate. Senator Nyomli Kanga Lawrence. She is in Senate leadership. Number 3 in ranking. She is saying she is not aware. The chairman on the budget committee, Senator Morris Setuma, you hear her saying that even we who are on the committee, we are not aware. And you see, you're supposed to notify us. We're supposed to have all the relevant information we need to prepare ourselves for this. And you can hear them trying to downplay what she's saying. Okay, go back and play it. The people need to listen to this. They're talking about the national budget in election year. Okay, this is extremely important. The national budget in election year, you know how people can put all kinds of money inside to steal from the people to prepare themselves for election. Go back and play it, please. Play. Check continue from where
We haven't.
Okay.
Before you go, you have your internal.
Before you go where? Before you go where?
For John Gary.
For John Gary. So the John Gary will debate the budget and bring it forward for. They
are doing a procedure for John Gary.
Okay.
That the duration takes place there. And the committee can bring a report here, make a report, you go and we debate the budget.
So, no,
we debate the report.
And then we make input. We make input and we debate the report and vote.
So the way it is done, once the two people plenary agree to work together. The committee from here will.
I'm not sure we can work together. So we soon.
So bizarre the way they don't.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
Okay, so. There'll be a amendment for plenary. Plenary will.
Listen to that thing. That is the national budget those people are talking about. They never intended to involve their colleagues. They intended to do it some kind of bagbati way. And Senator Dillon, Senator Yomlikanga Lawrence, they raised the issue. Grumble started. You see what they want to do? Just let the budget thing just slip through. I mean, talking about doing the budget thing like in secrecy, avoiding or trying to avoid an open discussion around the budget. Why? Can you imagine? Election year.
Yeah. Because I really want to know what was the outcome, what they concluded on yesterday after that debate, because
I would
those
like to
that
know myself.
Part of the committee were not invited. Yeah, I'm calling Senator Dillon right now to
Well, no, I mean, we can hear from Senator Dillon, but there are certain things he's not, according to the rules, he cannot disclose to us. But that session was not an executive session. So he can, because the matters that are discussed in executive sessions, members of the Senate or the body cannot disclose it to the public. But I'm sure he can speak to that. That is a national budget, as we're talking about. They try to just slip it through. And if Dillon had not raised the red flag, had not raised the alarm, you see what they're trying to do? This is the budget in election year. This is when these guys put millions and millions in the budget, especially those of them going for re-election. That budget needs to be critically scrutinized. Every line item needs to be checked. I mean, look, and they don't want to just slip through like that.
Yeah, Costa, we have Senator Dillon with us this morning. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning.
This is Barker. Senator, yesterday, you guys had a debate on the issue about you're live on the radio.
The draft budget,
you guys,
Senator.
yeah, the draft budget. So give us an understanding on what was the conclusion like, because some of you never knew that there was a budget.
Barker, let me stop there. Now, what was the conclusion like? What caused that ruckus? That ruckus, that contention we heard, what caused it? First, Senator Dillon, before you tell us how you concluded it.
Thank you, Henry, and thank you, Barker. This discussion is with no intent to give personal glorification, but I have to give a perspective.
Precisely.
Before we became senator, it was a custom, a tradition in the legislature to hold joint budget hearing. And the budget hearing is done by a few lawmakers, both from the House and the Senate. And then they bring their joint committee hearings report to the both plenaries. And then people vote on it, especially those days, yea and nay. In keeping with the Constitution, it is constitutionally required that each county must be represented on the budget committee and the Defense Intelligence Committee. So in the Senate, if you are a member of the Constitutional Ways, Means, and Finance Committee representing the county, you can be on the Defense Committee because it is also constitutional. Each county must be represented on each of those committees. So a senator of a county that is on the Ways, Means, and Finance Budget Committee, the other senator won't be. So if that one senator goes to the joint budget hearing, and in a case where, for instance, where it is opposition and ruling party, you don't get sufficient briefing from your colleague if you guys are from different parties, and sometimes the cooperation is not very strong. But the key thing is, if the senator who is not on the budget committee cannot go to joint committee hearing, cannot make input on the budget, cannot suggest appropriation, and cannot fight his way to get his or her way to get appropriation for his county or his district on doing the joint budget hearing, then the joint budget hearing report, they bring it and they debate, and they just do debate and open it for yea and nay vote. So before we became after we became senator, those were one of the reform issues we took to the Senate and insisted that we will have to make our input in the budget, demanding budget performance report, demanding aftermath budget, so that we can be able to track and account. So that reform advocacy bears some fruit. When the Senate decided over a year ago that we'll have Senate hearing, because the Constitution says very new bills like the budget will originate in the House, and the Senate will concur all with some inputs. Our input, the way we want to do it, the way we have started to do it, is to hold budget hearing with land ministries and agencies, so it can inform our appropriation power. We did it 2021, we did it 2022. It is strange this time that they are reverting to budget hearing, joint committee hearing, where few senators and few members of the House will sit, hold these hearings, and compile a report and bring it to the both plenaries, and other senators or maybe representatives don't have the opportunity to personally, directly confront these issues. They will be required to vote yea and nay, and the budget passes, and the whole year the country beating on everybody. It's not going to happen. That is why, since the president delayed the submission of the budget, and since he submitted the budget, Henry, we have been asking for the format to this budget hearing. We've been asking for budget performance report. We've been demanding that we must do budget hearings, open budget hearings, and so that each ministry can tell us what they're doing directly with the money, aftermath program-based budget, so it can be easily tracked and people can be held accountable where performance is not clear. So, to my surprise yesterday, since we reopened, before we close, since we reopened,
I have been demanding in open session, in conference room, the Senate version of the budget. And when we hold budget hearing on the budget, only to ask yesterday where the Senate budget, when budget hearing opening, they said there's budget hearing already ongoing. And we will not continue this. See, those of us who people say we're faking, will continue to fake like that. If every one of us were faking to fight for these kind of things, the country will be okay. We will not allow that budget hearing to go on if we cannot gather the number, if we cannot gather the number from both, especially those of us who collaborating together, the UP lawmakers, Liberty Party lawmakers, and few of ANC lawmakers. If those of us who are cooperating or should be cooperating for the country, if we can stand together, then those of us, the few of us who think that and see that this is wrong, will continue to pray to God for courage to kick against it. If I'm not participating in the budget hearing, if I would not exercise my power to appropriate, to determine how much going to breach in Harrisburg, to fight for money to complete the road in Dixville, connecting Carway. If I cannot be a part of the budget hearing to fight for money for rehabilitation and mental health, if I cannot be part of the budget to fight for money with people with disabilities, vulnerable communities, then I will not vote on the budget. If I cannot know what is in the Senate budget, and then I go be blindly signing for things, I will not do it. And it is not for there are few of us. And this fight is not because we are on the ballot. I am on the ballot in 2029. I'm not on the ballot in 2023. So our fight is not to impress because we want to get re-elected. We are not on the ballot in 2023. Nyomli Kanga Lawrence is not on the ballot as senator in 2023. Jonathan Subway is not on the ballot for 2023. Those of us who are standing up, we are not making 2023 impression to get re-elected. It is because this is what we have continuously done since we got elected. Open budget, openness, transparency, and then you get less to explain after you do that. And that's why we are fighting. It is shocking, it is disappointing that budget hearing has begun, and even senators on the budget committee, the entire Senate is in a state of confusion as to when this budget hearing started, why it started, what's the format, domestic debt. Where is the list of those who have been paid from the previous budget?
Yes.
Where is the list of those? What informed the figure that has been projected for us to appropriate this year?
Exactly.
And the president needs to account for the 40 million, the 4 million that was giving him in the recast budget from July to December last year to commit to fulfill his campaign, his county tour commitments. The president needs to give me a breakdown of what he wants to do with 40 million for county tour this year in election year. And I must say that and go vote on a budget here and there. I won't do it, my brother.
Senator Dillon, hold on. Senator Dillon, go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
Bagam. I will come
Yes,
after you.
Senator Dillon, I want to find out from you. The Senate Pro Tem Abochie, he knew anything about this budget hearing? If yes, did he inform other members of the committee on
The video
budget?
right in front of you, my brother. The Pro Tem insisted that he did not know. I will take it that he did not know. I will believe that he did not know by the action he would take.
Wow. So
If he doesn't take action, then there's a problem. If he takes action, then he truly did not know. Where did Senator Morris Otoma derive to commit the entire Liberian Senate to a joint budget hearing when we have decided as a Senate that the Senate will always have its own hearing with line ministers so that we can be directly involved with the budget? If we are not open the Liberian the budget, if we are not open the Senate, if we are not demanded the Senate version of the budget, we were never going to take 30,000 from our budget last year. It was going to be a problem on us. We got to open the budget. The budget is not nobody's personal property. It is a people's working document, and the people need to know every step of the way.
Yeah, Senator, before I cross over to Costa, my understanding is that there should be 50 members from the House of Representatives and the House of Senate before a budget hearing can be done. joint committee, if there's less than 15 members from the House of Senate or the House of Representatives, can that joint budget hearing still go on?
That's what been happening from time to time. So let me repeat. 15 members of the Senate are constitutionally members of the budget committee. That means 15 members of the Senate are not members of the budget committee by constitutional provision. If 15 members of the Senate are allowed to hold a joint hearing with the Ways and Means Committee from the House of Representatives, that means 15 senators are not going to have input in the budget. I am not a member of the budget committee by reason of the fact that I am a member of the Constitutional Defense Committee. Yeah. So if the budget hearing is joint, that means I won't go to that hearing. If I go there and I want to be very robust, like you all know, they say, oh, no, you're not a member of the committee. That's what they do to shield themselves or to prevent critical voices from having a say on a committee that they are not member of.
The joint
hearing will compile a joint committee report and bring it to the full plenary and say, yeah, let's vote on it. What am I voting on when I did not participate in the hearing? That is why we fought for that reform for the Senate to hold its own hearings. And the last 2 years we have been doing it. What has changed this year? What should change this year? There are only a few lawmakers who are members of the budget committee will have the right to go debate budget and bring it to me and say, yeah, vote yeah and nay or show you hand. It ain't gonna work.
Senator Dillon, I want to say thank you to you. I want to say thanks to you, thanks to Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, thanks to Senator Sendwave and all your colleagues who stood with you guys to fight for this, because you have a point. The rule has been changed. Let the Senate have its own budget hearing. Let them look at each line item in the budget. Let WIA tell us why he needs $40 million in election year. These are all valid points that the senator and his colleagues have made. Why does Senator Morris Setuma, who is supposed to be an opposition senator, the chair of the Senate Ways and Means Committee, want to go to thwart the rule that has been used or applied for the last 2 budget periods? Why does he want to do that now in the election year? So Senator Dillon, what do we expect now? Now that the pro tem has said in open session that he is not aware or he was not aware that Senator Morris Setuma was trying to thwart this thing, what happens next? Where do we go? Do we revert to business as usual, which is that the Senate, which will encompass all of its members, yourself included, to look at the budget, deliberate on every line item, make sense of it before you vote on it? Where do we go, Senator?
So yesterday, hearing, after we exposed this and raised this issue, we concluded that Morris Setuma will return from that joint committee hearing and return to the Senate to tell us the source of his authority. And tomorrow in session, this matter continues. And then we'll find it will derive at a decision that the pro tem is unaware will be determined by the action we take.
All right. Thank you so much, Senator.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Wow.
Senator Darius Delonde, say what you will about the senator. Senator Darius Dillon is truly the light. And we are proud to be associated with this light. We are very proud. You're talking the national budget. You're talking election year. Morris Setuma is a criminal. I mean, you know, I've never had respect for this guy. Ellen fired this guy for fraud. She fired him for fraud. This guy is supposed to be a member of Unity Party. He is in bed with colleagues. You know, the pro tem is saying he's not aware that Morris Setuma was trying to do this thing, to go to take the budget to joint hearing. Because when they go to joint hearing with the House of Representatives, you heard Senator Dillon, the other members of the Senate are not going to be involved. This is the way they ensure that only a small number of people are involved with the budget hearing. They go to the joint committee. They have a joint hearing. All the other members of the Senate are not going to participate. You see that? Mm-hmm. So that way, they have a smaller number of people, a clique that they can control. After they pass the budget, then they come to their colleagues to just say, all those in favor of passing the national budget as presented and approved, say yay, nay. Then they do that. Yay, nay. But Senator Dillon and the others in the last 2 years have pushed and advocated for a rule change. The new rule is, as he said, the budget, the Senate has its own hearing on the budget. They bring in line ministries and agencies to defend their proposed, their allotment requests. You must defend it item by item before they proceed to pass the budget into law. But now, this has happened 2 times in a row, the last 2 budgets. But Senator Morris Atuma wants to change it now, so that they can isolate, so that they can prevent their colleagues, the likes of Dillon and Youngbley, from participating. So they want to take it to their joint committee. Who is the chair from the House on the budget committee? It's Thomas Fala. Thomas Panga Fala is the chair of the budget committee in the House. Ways, Means Committee, the Ways, Means and Finance Committee, or whatever they call it, in the House. Morris Atuma is the chair in the Senate. So when they take it to, when they do a joint hearing, it finished. The other members will not participate. And this is election year, brother. These people are running for re-election. Morris Atuma is also up for re-election. Morris Atuma is up for re-election. So Morris Atuma, as a single senator, chair on the budget, the Ways, Means and Finance Committee, the budget committee, wants to thwart an existing rule that has been applicable, that has been in effect for the period of 2 years. In election year, we're talking millions and millions of dollars that these boys could put in this budget, bring it to their colleagues, and have them vote on something that they did not deliberate on. Senator Dillon, I salute you. Senator Youngbley Kanga Lawrence, I salute you. Senator Jonathan Boyd-Singbe, I salute you all. This is serious, Parker. They want to run for re-election, and as Dillon said, Dillon is not up for re-election. Dillon does not go for re-election. Dillon goes for election in 2029.
2029. Yeah.
Dillon is not up for re-election. Morris Atuma is up for re-election. 15 members of the Senate, they are up for re-election. Youngbley Kanga Lawrence is not up for re-election. Jonathan Boyd-Singbe is not up for re-election. You understand? The people who are up for re-election in this year are the people who are trying to manipulate this thing so that they can put millions in the budget for themselves. And that is what these fine men and women, where is Boto Kane? Where is Boto Kane? I told you not to vote for that woman. I told you, you can, all these discussions are happening. You can't even hear Boto Kane. Amen. Where is Boto Kane, Baga? Please tell me. The dry meat seller. Where is she? We are discussing.
She in the market. The woman in the market selling meat.
And you see Babulu people, you just take PC human being, you put her in the Senate. Serious discussions are being held. People are fighting on the floor. You're talking about PC woman for selling dry meat, you're put her in the Senate. When Dillon them fighting, when Youngbley them fighting, she's sitting down there, she not know nothing. Shame on all the people from Babulu County who voted for Boto Kane. What a disgrace. How can you take an unsophisticated woman who not know her left from her right, you make her a senator? Why? Amen. Where is Daniel Nete, the chairman of the ANC? You are an opposition party. Your candidate for president, he behaves as though he has all the ideas on how to fix the country. You are the chairman of an opposition party whose candidate is actively running for president. Where the hell are you, Daniel Nathan? Delon is not chairman of an opposition party with a candidate running for president. You are Daniel Nathan. You are also from Bapulu County. So are you saying Bapulu has two useless senators in the Senate?
But you know that Nathan is very useless.
Oh, forget Vanish Sherman. Vanish Sherman does not stand for the sword he eats. Where is Prince Moni? Prince Moni, you are a stalwart of a party whose candidate Joe Baka is poised to become the next president. Where is your voice on these critical national issues? You, Prince Moi, told me, your Pele brother, that the reason you were going to the Senate is because you were tired of being the deputy speaker with no voice to argue and debate and fight on the floor for things that will benefit the people. That's why you told me that was your justification. That's what you told me. That's why you said you were running for senator. Today you are in the Senate. Where is your voice when we need it? My people, where is Prince Moi? Where is Commander Wisse? Where is Vanish Sherman? So you're saying you're supposed to be the sophisticated people. Vanish Sherman is supposed to be the people who know both, who went to Harvard Law School, who they do that Delon there, that is Senator Delon, the one where you're saying I know both, that the one fighting for us. And you see it, Baka? And you see it? The people who are supposed to know everything, the people who are supposed to have all the experience, the people who are supposed to stand up and advocate for the right things in the Senate, that the people that have betrayed us, that Delon, who is not supposed to be the one who knows everything, is the one who is fighting today for us. In election year, these boys are trying to dole out to themselves millions and millions and millions of dollars for their re-election campaigns. Why?
And Maurice Setuma heading that. Maurice Setuma is in front of it.
This is wrong. This is terrible. This is wrong.
And Costa, all of them, majority of them will not be re-elected. I don't know why they keep wasting their time, because what they are doing now, like people are seeing it. Emele Maurice Setuma, Emele community we say, where they going? They are not going anywhere.
Setuma is not coming back.
Yeah.
Vanish Sherman is up for re-election. You know that, right? Vanish Sherman is up for re-election. I don't know about Grand Cape County, but this much I know, Setuma is not coming back. Let's go to the phone lines. You know, this is sad. Now we wait, as Senator Delon said. The pro tem Albert Chair said he did not know. He did not know. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt, okay? Like Senator Delon said. The pro tem said in open session that he was unaware of the Nicodemus and the clandestine plan by Maurice Setuma to thwart an existing rule which calls for the budget to be discussed in the Senate to have its own hearing on the budget, so that when they make a vote, their vote would be based on, it would be an informed vote. But when you send a budget for joint hearing, the other members of the Senate are not a part of it. They bring it to them and they ask them to vote on something that they did not participate in. Let's go to the lines, go ahead, and take some calls there. This is a serious matter. And all of us need to be very,
all right,
very
070
in election year.
0770102102886 01038 102 The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Costa, you know, Abochie is part of the weird gang. They are the one hearing everything in this country. So Abochie will add that to say he don't know anything about what's going on, but he's in the forefront. Let's take Costa Princess, Martina Konate, Senator Dollar. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Baka. Good morning to the leader. Good morning to our many listeners. Martina Konate, Costa Princess, soon to be Senator daughter on the line this morning. Baka, I want to say thanks for the discussion to you and my daddy. But quickly, I want to speak on the issue of Prince Collie. That's why they gone time when I called on the show, I was telling my daddy about his own brother. CDC government is not meant for somebody to be in their circle continuously. Even the first group of people that went to go receive money before Ben took by the crossover, they were after them. Momo Johnson, they were the first group of people. They used to be calling them, threatening them, saying all about things to them. Because when they received court from Samuel Twe, and they never do what they asked them to do. So they were after them. And the second batch of people, they couldn't survive because coaches were involved, were threatening them all over. So Prince Quality, let's go to all the young people. Be very serious about your conscience. Stay away from these people. Because the people going down, and when they take your life at the end of the day, your people going to live in grief. And quickly to the issue. All the people leader talking about Boyka, they're not going to make any sound decision. They're not going to make any sound decision. That's why I never supported Prince Moi one day, because Prince Moi was deputy speaker. All the communication on the place on the floor, Prince Moi sat down there, but for Chimo, people, they trash everything. So I don't know what you were going to go do in the House of Senate. I knew that you were never going to make any sound decision, because the position you were in that position to also speak for the people, but you never do anything. So I'm not surprised. The only thing I would say, we should vote the people out. If we think we are is the problem, not only we are, a lot of people in the opposition supposed to go. Let Sidisha really there, because trust me, there will be a better opposition. Sidisha only good at being opposition, but not to rule this country. Then we leave Sidisha in the house, then we vote our people out, because majority of them are cowards. They will not speak and they will forever remain silent. Thank you for having me on the line.
Thank you so much, Martina. Let's take this other person from here. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. The person not ready yet. 0770-102-102.
Let's take call about that. Let's hear from our people. Hey, Babulu Kante.
Let's take somebody.
Good
morning. Good morning.
Okay. Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Look, what I'm hearing just make me sick. It make me really sick. You know, in this country, in the United Kingdom, the budget, when it's forecasted openly, you know what the people always say? We have to do this for the benefit of our children yet to come. You know, the thing going on, like, bro, I don't know where the democracy is. Even within the house, they're still hiding things from each other. The other thing is that because most of the people is their final tenure, so they want to steal as much as they want to, put in the budget and steal it legally. You know, legal stealing is common in Liberia. They put it in the budget and they say it's their right. That's legal stealing.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's take this other person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, brother.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Hi, my name is Maurice Amanda John Costa of Liberia. Good morning, Mr. Costa, the incoming senator of Moserado County. I got to the point. And you see those people, they call themselves representative senator, you know, and most of those are from our ground. You know, they are for nothing. They are heathens. But we will now look at these people. The bigger picture is this. We will make sure we.
Hello? I don't know what happened to your line, John Costa 0770 102 102. Let's take somebody from this other line again. Good morning.
Good morning, brother, and let me say good morning to Leader Henry Petro Costa. This is Bobby Abu Meska from District 6 SD Koperu. Brother, let me appreciate you guys this morning for the proper discussion. As you see today, brother, we shouldn't be dealing with really establishment lawmaker one. Our opposition lawmaker, brother, they are responsible for what is happening in the country. They are responsible. Even though we go for a budget that's supposed to be open, we, the citizens, supposed to hear in the interest of the country what the government is debate. But you will find out few opposition lawmakers will stay for the country in the interest of the 8 people. The other for sudden, some of those opposition lawmakers will always hold that activity so that they were 7 angry going where division was tearing at me. All the lawmakers will go to receive grants to do the budget effort. opposition lawmaker, stay as the opposition, and stay with the opposition for one goal. But in fact, we will put them on, if we continue to last at the sedition, we will put the sedition lawmakers not doing the right thing, the sitting on the lawmaker not doing the right thing. We all will want to put them on Boca. We should be the truth.
All right, thank you so much. Now take somebody from this other angle here. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, your name is joining us from.
Good morning, Leader Aaron Costa. I'm Thomas William Tom calling from Minnesota.
Welcome, Tom Will.
Look, I want to share my disappointment with Leader Harry Pedro Costa. Waka, sometimes I feel like giving up on Liberia, but because of people like Leader Costa, we rebuild courage to support our country. Waka, the problem in Liberia is a holistic problem. Can you imagine whole country that boast of educated people? Because you look at somebody on mid-setup, you can't to the same. Can you imagine? You take color grade, somebody who was selling opium. They really copper grade because you sell the opium in copper. You call it copper grade. You really represent it. You look at Moni Kawa. Somebody who don't even know, somebody who does not even know how to speak simple English. You never represent it. Waka, sometimes I feel like giving all of the problem in the it's just the politician. It's a holistic problem. We the people are responsible for our own problem. And the people deserve the kind of government they have. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Tom Will. Now take somebody from this angle here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother, and good morning to the hero, Henry Petro Costa. How are you doing?
Number, welcome.
Okay, for the listening audience, I'm Cabinet El Sofana, a member of CYN. Our goal is to make George Weah a one-time Boca Dancer so-called president. Having sat at my place this morning listening to you, and first I would like to speak on the issue of Prince study. No, let me advise all Liberians. Why it is true that George Weah and a bunch of criminals, we have looted our economy, we are suffering on a daily basis, even to get food to eat is not easy. But let me take this time to advise each and every Liberian, most over our fellow young guys. Do not marry hard time. George Weah and his criminals, most over Jabasi Koji is a broad day out robber. Don't take money from this man. When you take money from any other people, including the George Weah themselves. You know, as Madam Salif said, forgiveness is a weakness, right? But Madam Salif, George Weah is more wicked than Madam Salif. So I'm urging all Liberians, do not take money from those people to do business with them. And when it comes to the budget issue to conclude, you know, they many in the house, they make it phone. But Senator Delors or Madam Yombly and others who are fighting for us, don't even pay yourself in one. What did the many little do? But not a single day, second, minute, or an hour will be added to the minute time when their time shall finish for his office. Just about George Weah.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take somebody from this other line here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name are you calling from?
Good morning, Parker, and morning, Henry. I'm calling from Nigeria. I'm Otelo Ones.
Welcome, Otelo.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you know the situation in Liberia there is just so sorrowful that lawmakers we gather together, and where there's a rules that each of them is supposed to come and bring those laws so that people can look at it and see what is going on and how money is spent and all of it. But people would rather take it for their own use because they want to put something in there to use it for themselves. And one of the things that we should be careful of is that as I hear the president boasting of inflation being low. And in Nigeria, yeah, we in February there will be an election. In this February there will be an election. And Nigeria is now experiencing high inflation. And that's another thing that will soon happen to Liberia because they're taking money and putting it in the budget and the money is purposely used for themselves. That will absolutely happen.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. We take somebody from this line here. Let's see if we can get you on. All right. We just messed up on our caller. 0770 102 102 +231 888 624 Good morning.
Good morning, Bob.
Yeah, welcome.
Good morning, Bob.
Yeah, good morning. You are live. Welcome.
This is Deborah calling from 7th Street.
Go ahead.
The Costa usually say on the show, having a good president and a bad lawmaker will not change anything.
It's true.
So we have changed the bad people to the horse. Costa always says, and with us, we got to live to win. Having a good president and a bad lawmaker will not change anything. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
That's
Let's
it.
take some more calls. We're hearing from the Liberian people this conversation with the budget. Senator Dillon has just brought us up to speed with it. And we want to see what Senator Abbott Che will do. He's the pro temp, and he said he did not know that Maurice Atuma was planning to do this. And so now they're going to go back and we will see whether they will revert to their rule. Let the budget go on the floor. Let them come in, the line ministers and agency, let them defend every item in the budget, every allotment, every proposed allotment. Let them defend it before it is voted upon, okay, as their rule says. Let's take some more calls.
Let's take this person. Mohammed, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Waka, and good morning to leader. My name is Mohammed. I thank you for the wonderful and amazing show this morning. So the listening audience, no need to hope on these senators and representatives. Most of them are nincompoops. Nothing going to change from that horse. Only few good people will have in that Senate, and they are in minority. They're not going to change anything. The law is fighting for all from a Liberty angle, a Liberty Party angle. Walter Sendwave is fighting for all from the ANC angle. Who fighting for all from the Unity Party angle? Zero Kapu, they all are Nikompu. They are already sold out. Who tell you that guy from River D Kante or what the community will say? You will not do anything. If going for re-election, don't be surprised that Unity Party show that on their ticket. That's the most annoying thing. Don't be surprised that Unity Party see that man give on their ticket in River D. What if man president there? The ones are all the when they took the man, how they call it? The man, how they call it, bear ball fee up they made the man party secretary. All these things are worried over the presidency because you can't have more than 30 lawmakers from Unity Party angle, and they cannot eventuate anything at the lower house or upper house. They all are just there chasing the money. They're not doing nothing. So when Dilona talk, nothing can happen. But cannot talk, nothing can happen. When Wembley not talk, nothing can happen. Where are we heading to?
Okay.
Where are we heading as a group of opposition? And these are people that will claim that they from the bigger opposition bloc. They're not there for nothing for their pocket.
Thank you so much. Let's take Yusuf. Yusuf, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Baka, Amar, and good morning, Pedro Costa. You know, in recent day when Costa came to the country, he was saying that it caused for him to give all his senatorial bid to support Joseph Yuma Baka. Some of us, we were very sick about it, but I'm now getting to understand Costa is right. When you see the signal, a few days ago, the president addressed, we saw the letters of Yeke Koluba, they stood there because that area was not meant for battle cry. But people were there chanting battle cry. At the end of the day, Honorable Koluba decided to chant battle cry. We expect other opposition lawmakers to join within the process. But the thing has always been the band envelope folks. So what we are saying, we adding our voice to Chairman Pedro Costa that come 2022 October this year, we want to see how better to change the political dynamic, most especially the presidency, because even if we support, give all of our support to Chairman Pedro Costa, he ascend at the level of the legislature, he will not change anything. He can make a change. So when the president is there, we got a rival president of this country, because the formulation of the budget begins from the executive.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take this person here. Good morning, welcome. Good morning, Charlie. Charles Robert, good morning.
Morning, white guy.
Welcome.
And let us say good morning to Henry. My name is Charles Robert Nami Mokuyo. Well, I think is becoming a consistent trend. When the show is on and the lines are open, some of our friends have some personal issue with the name United Party, not with people. So we agree that coming in with the United Party, no, is he taking instruction from the United Party?
No, he's not.
So the fellow Mohammed and how you call him, and the other man called the other day. So you hire a party, and when you election influence or thing, who stop your own candidate from being elected as senator? So every time you come here with talking national issue, you just drag the whole thing to the United Party. They are inconsistent people. They are dishonest people. And you who are there, sounding so angry, I will support you. And of the interest that you will do better, and you change. There is no law in our country where you can impeach a man easily. So you come to you don't want to speak to a general issue, you want to hold the United Party. No, you have option. You're not forced to support the United Party. Support whoever you have your political party. They have candidates in the current election. They were not elected. How can you bring in the United Party vote? You're not the one that elected the United Party senator. No, you didn't vote for them. So you have your candidates. Okay, that's not the issue. The issue is the budget is being debated in a dubious manner. And we just everybody concerned. Who sanction it? So if it is raised by one good senator that we all appreciate, I thought we will all be admonishing and him and encouraging him, or someone want to narrow it. Some of our party people will not say that attack our party and just oh you talking because you let the country. You let the country more than me.
All right, Charlie. Thank you so much. Let's go over to the WhatsApp.
Charles has a point, but Mohammed also has a point to be frustrated. Mohammed, these guys are all, Charlie, these Communist Wizard is a long-time member of Unity Party, but his actions are not sanctioned by Unity Party. Unity Party itself is disappointed in these people. That's something that Mohammed Kone needs to understand too. And there is no way after getting elected on your party ticket, you can remove them. You cannot. You cannot remove them. But does Mohammed have a point too? Mohammed has a point to be frustrated. They are from the largest and the biggest opposition party. And their candidate is poised, is going to become the next president. He's going to be the next president. So you are embarrassing, but I'm not even saying it. They're embarrassing themselves. The public knows better. They are not embarrassing Joe Walker. Joe Walker is not embarrassed by your actions. You are embarrassing yourselves. Coming up, we said your actions, your actions. And you alone are responsible for your actions. Unity Party is not responsible for your actions. What the other many Morris said, Tuma, you are a disgrace. Not to UP. You are a disgrace to yourself. You are a disgrace to yourself. So all of them who are doing these things, Prince Moni, you are a disappointment. You told us that you left the deputy speaker position because you wanted to have a voice to speak on the floor, to debate on the floor, because the deputy speaker cannot have a voice on issues. I didn't know that. You told me that. And today, you have not lived up to what you said. But again, your actions are your actions. They do not reflect on the party. They do not reflect on my candidate, Jose Yumambwaka. Your actions are your actions. And shame on you. Yeah, let's take some calls then. Shame on you. We're not putting you. Good
morning. This is Simeon Walls from Finland. The situation over there is very disheartening. We have been very silent over the years. We have not been taking part in whatsoever have been going on in Liberia there. Many of the time, people accuse the people, Liberians in the diaspora, that we try to lobby for sanctions against the government, against many, in many directions. But I think we have been silent too long and seeing that these things are not good for the Liberian people, especially the common people. This time I'm going to break my silence. I'm going to use my connections in all ways possible to make sure that these things don't happen. You look for budgetary allotment from other NGOs and other governments
to help augment their budget to run that country. But these things going on is not going to continue, and we're going to step in. Thank you.
Thank you. Now take another person. Good morning. Let's take this caller here. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, oh, how are you? Good evening. How you doing?
I'm okay. Your name is joining us from?
Hello? I'm Dana calling from Australia. What I want to tell Kosa is, I want Kosa should not feel bad about the situation of people like Maurice Satuma. Our in Ghana, community, we sell loud to the Liberian people. He lied to the Liberian people that met us right when Ellen took over. They were going to employ 100,000 people. I challenge him on the allegation I'm making. Commander Wisa is a crook. He lied. He said, look, Buchanan, the port center of Buchanan, I heard that on BBC lie. Why are the 100,000 employees met us here? He said, Liberian, we're going to import people from all over the world, from Guinea, this, that. We now have the capacity, the manpower. Those people there, people that come in the research, we shouldn't give them credit. They really need people like, how to call it, that short guy from Bomi County, Moni, Prim Moni. He got promoted. He remains silent. But, you know, they are using these things. Wait a minute, 1 second. They are using these things because Liberian, we don't read, we don't watch video. But you watch the opposition in Kenya, Brother Odinga, he and all his members of parliament, they all march together, they demonstrate together, they do things, even in South Africa, in Zimbabwe. But because Liberian boy not really, and this guy, Dara Dillon, and nobody can get that. Only opposition member in power. All the other people they're taking control from the government. So Labrador will never go forward when opposition keep taking bribe, member of parliament taking bribe from the presidency, and the real law that's supposed to be implemented for the citizens is not done. Thank you very much for the time you gave me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your contribution. Let's take some more calls. Now we got 15 minutes to go, Buakai. Let's take some more calls.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Buakai. Good morning, ABR Costa.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Atu Teteri. I'm a member of the United Party Election Reform Bureau according to circumstance. Yeah, I just want to protest my party's Charles Labo. You see, one of the parties that is supposed to be grateful for is the United Party. The United Party, the only party in this country that can just make their own lawmakers. If you get money, people on cabinet, the United Party suspended 8 of their lawmakers. Even during 2017 election, when any a few of the senators refused to support Boga, United Party expel any and 4 other lawmakers. Which one the party can do that? So look at their lawmaker or their president in power and expel the person, or their lawmaker when they're in opposition and suspending. And today we have none of them, lost their position because of that.
All right.
So discussing issues, let's discuss issues based on what happened. Or you start attacking political parties. For instance, we're not carrying out one day. Even if the party put on the ticket, we're not vote for them.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take another person from this area. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kamara. How are you? Mr. Costa, how are you doing? Thanks for the good work. My name is UJ, and I'm calling from the US.
Welcome.
Hello.
You are live. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm blessed to be on the show this morning. This informative show. All right. You continue to keep the people fit on the fire. All right. I just called to clarify. Finance Chairman and Maurice Satuma is no more part of the Unity Party. Just for clarity's sake, they are no more. They are traitors right now. Maurice Satuma is working hand in hand with every snow to re-elect the criminal we are. Criminal George we are. And we're not settled for that. We don't even want to hear that in the area. I heard it from Mr. Costa this morning. He part of that, know what he was saying, and he knows everywhere that this man is no more part and parcel of the unity party. You don't see him at no functions, nothing. I am not part of the unity party. I'm not part of that. I'm an advocate. But we're there to speak to you. They are all criminals, and we are right now kind of farmers fought up with his flyer and thing. He have started a campaign. We need to get people to take those damn flyers down. All right, this is not campaign time. All right, he's going ahead. We need to see a fire in Liberia. And I will tell you guys today, worldwide, everybody listen to me today. My name is DJ. All right, according from the US, Liberia will come and it will rise to what it ought to be. Whether they like it or not, we will never be yesterday again in Liberia. All right? Our people died. The TRC report was never implemented. And any president that want to be, you have to speak about the TRC report. All right? It's a landmark. It's a blueprint for Liberia. If they cannot implement the TRC report, so be it. They will not read Liberia. And say, but I promise us. He said, God will help her. He will implement it. Because once you go to that blueprint on the TRC report, the recommendation that will help Liberia to be Liberia. So you guys are give your thumbs up and we pray for you. You're not seeing us and think, but we pray for the one thing we meet and we will celebrate Liberia. God's going to continue to do your best. Congratulations, my dear. Congratulations, you are man, and I call you Mr. Kamara. It is twice that name, okay? Don't continue to work. You don't be afraid of the nigger push, all right? God bless you and God bless Mama Liberia in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. God bless you too. And yes, you're right. Liberia shall rise. And very soon, Liberia shall rise. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you. Let's take some more calls there. We've got 10 minutes to go, Buckeye. Let's take some calls there, and then we'll call it a day. Yep.
All right. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Kamara.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, this is Kemoga Akawan Johnny School, my workshop. It's a pleasure to be on the show today, Kemoga. I mean, Kamara. You know the issue about coaching. We all know the hooliganism, you know, behavior of coaches, you know. But what goes around comes around. I remember, you know, when Costa, you know, coaches are in the opposition, when Costa gave coaches, I think that's 50 bucks, you know, in order to organize people, you know, to bring to you know, in Costa in football together, so Costa getting the money. So coaches he made all the phone, and then he couldn't do it. So what goes around comes around, you know. So coaches shouldn't be targeting people because they eat money for him. As a matter of fact, the money is not for him. It's funded money, it's stolen money. So when somebody eat, he gotta be setting people there because somebody eat money for him. So that's why you lose a lot. You know the issue of the lawmaker, you know, brother. You know, these people are self-seeking. You know, people only talk about their own interest. So I don't want to say thanks to Honorable Dillon and Zombie Kanga and Senator Bosa. You know, they're doing well, but thank God it's time, brother.
Thank you so much.
Kemoga, thank you. I want you to ask Kemoga, man. Let Kemoga lean into our side. Ask the man. Kemo, are you leaning to our side, the winning side, side?
Kemo, when you call tomorrow, you have to give out your position now. You have to give us your position. Where's are you leaning?
Let him get text. Or the man can call back now. Yeah. You know the man when he's here?
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, Boaka. Yeah, this is Ishmael VM Toure. I'm calling you from Algeria.
Welcome.
Yeah, you know, I just want to talk about Unity Party. You know, this country, now we're getting confused. If the Unity Party believe the other opposition, they're not in their interest. Those who are going for elected position, those who are going for the re-election, October 20, they should not contest for their ticket if they believe. But when you see United Party youth wing coming to defend their party, and if you have youth wing believe in your party, now you should campaign against them. They should not contest for the United Party ticket. I'm not a member of the United Party. I'm just supporting Ambassador Bwaka. If they believe, if there are people that not represent United Party, they should not go for the re-election for the UP ticket. They should not fee for them for the UP ticket.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, but hold on there. I have to
take
say
this
something. Okay, take that caller first. Then I'll say this. It's important.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from.
Hello, good morning. I'm joining you from Italy. Me is Richard Harry Jr.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I just want to make some point, especially when it comes to the Unity Party. I support the Unity Party, but I'm seeing some deception from the Unity Party when it comes to Costa senatorial bill in Monserrate County. Usually, these few days, I see a fellow or a flyer carrying a knee of Guinness, supported by the Unity Party hierarchy. Because usually, I see some Unity Party hierarchy sharing a flyer when he's going to a radio station to go and present himself. I want to know if the Unity Party really have interest in the senatorial election in Monserrate than the presidency. If they are supporting Mr. Guinness, who can support them and forget about the president, they say the senatorial is more important to them than the presidency, because Costa has made all of his time supporting the Unity Party, and there cannot be a deception to Costa, because with the supporter, we are not going to take it lightly with them. If they think very well that the senatorial bill of Guinea is so important and carrying out to them, then Joseph Barker, let him be clear to it.
All right. Thank you so much. Costa, it's over to you.
Well, I just want to thank all of you for the points that you made. And to the gentleman who just left the line. My dear brother, I appreciate you. I appreciate your support for our bid. But this is what I want to say to you. My support for Joe Bwaka has always been about the country and not in exchange for anything for myself. Mr. Giddings is an executive official of the Unity Party. He has his right to want to run for senator. Just because I'm Henry Costa does not mean that everybody should clear the way for me. Does not mean that anybody should hand me anything on a silver platter. I agree. Politics is interesting. I've done a lot for the Unity Party. And the Unity Party is not in denial of that. They appreciate that. But Mr. Giddings has his right to want to be senator. He's an executive of the party. He has his right. But the Unity Party as an institution will have to make a decision. They will make a decision whether they will support Henry Costa or they will not support Henry Costa. They will. Mr. Giddings already feels that there are some hard feelings already happening. You know, Mr. Giddings feels that most of the party is leaning toward me as opposed to him. In fact, he feels that he's been betrayed by the party. Yes, there are people in the party who support Giddings. Of course, he's a Unity Party man. He's been with the party for a long time. I'm not a member of the Unity Party. But the Unity Party is on record for supporting candidates from other political parties. Let's look at 2011, for example. The Unity Party did not put up a Senate candidate in Monserrate. It supported Louis Brown for senator against Geraldine Doe Sharif because Louis Brown had endorsed the Unity Party. So UP did not put up any UP candidate in Montserrat. Not only that, in 2019, the Unity Party did not field a candidate under the umbrella of the CPP. They supported Senator Darius Dillon. So we're not worried about that, and do not be worried about that. So it will sort itself out, my brother. But I know many of my supporters, they're not happy to see some people in the Unity Party supporting Mr. Giddings. But the Unity Party people, they have their right. Giddings is a member of their party. Mr. Giddings wants to run. Yeah, even in district number 6, Ernest Bryan, smart guy. You're right. In district number 6, the Unity Party supported Edwin Snow in 2005 and 11. In 2017, Unity Party supported Samuel Enders in district number 6. They did not put up a candidate. So there are tons and tons of precedents, examples of where, where the Unity Party has supported other people from other political parties and never put up a candidate of their own. So the precedent is there. It has been done. When I was going to Liberia, my team and myself, we chose to use the Unity Party headquarters to have our event, to gather. We didn't even get to enter the headquarters because the space was not enough to hold the crowd. We wrote, we did not expect that people would just, oh, we are coming in. No, we went through the process. We wrote the Unity Party a letter, my team, to ask them to let us use their space. Not that my party, the ALP, doesn't have a building. We have a building with a bigger space than even the Unity Party headquarters. But because we're going to Central Town, we felt the Unity Party headquarters was a more appropriate location to use. When we wrote the party, there were people in the party who said that we should not use the party headquarters. But the majority prevailed, and they let us use the space. So, and they have the right to say we shouldn't use their space. The reason they didn't want to use the space is not because they're against me. It's because they didn't want their partisan, Mr. Giddings, to feel bad. Mr. Giddings was not happy about it. And I can understand. When I was informed that Mr. Giddings was not happy that we were going to use the headquarters, I reached out to Mr. Giddings. And I said to him, this is no attempt whatsoever to disrespect you or to disregard your own interest to run for senator. I only want to use this space for practical purposes. I wrote to Mr. Giddings on WhatsApp, you see, because I don't feel, this is the man's house. It is his house. I'm an outsider. If his family members are trying to accommodate me in his house, I cannot make him feel that he is less of a man in his own house. You don't do that. Just because I have a special relationship with the Unity Party, particularly the stand-up bearer of the Unity Party, I can't make the man feel like, oh, my man. I reached out to Mr. Giddings. When I got to Liberia, I sent Mr. Giddings a message. I said, Mr. Giddings, I would like to have lunch with you so that we can talk. I reached out to him. I didn't hear from him, but I reached out to him and I informed several officials of the party that I was reaching out to him. But I can understand why he does not want to, at this point, sit down with me and talk. But I don't like to treat people like they don't matter. Mr. Giddings has his right. Mr. Giddings matters. Mr. Giddings is a UP stalwart. And so I will not be engaged or try to look down on him because I may be in a stronger political position today to look down on somebody because I know where I come from, and that's not who I am. So I know he feels bad. He has told people, he's hurt, that his people favor me more than they favor him. And I feel bad that he feels bad. But I have my right to run. He has his right to run. But if a party makes a decision to support me, he's going to be hurt. And as much as I will be grateful for that decision to support me, if the party makes that decision, but I will still be considerate of his hurt feelings because that's who I am. That's who I am. Right now, the Unity Party, what they want more than anything is the presidency. They know the contributions we make to that effort for them to get the presidency. So of course, as they've done in the past, tons of times, they will make a decision in the best interest of the party. And the best interest of the party is the presidency, not a Senate seat. So the Unity Party wants the presidency. That's what the Unity Party wants. So the Unity Party sees Costa as a major ally in helping them achieve that objective of winning the presidency. We'll make a decision. But I don't want that decision to be made in such a way that would make Mr. Giddings feel that his loyal support and membership of the party is not important. That's not who I am. And God knows my heart. That is not who I am. So much. God bless you all. One love. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.